Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, college coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a startup company based here in Austin, Texas. We're using a new technology platform that allows student athletes, collegiate and pro athletes to tell their story, to tell who they are besides what sport they play. Before we get into our guest tonight, I want to thank our sponsors, Buffalo Wild Wings, based out of Atlanta in the Minnesota area, do a great job of supporting high school sports across the country. They've become a big sponsor. I want to thank Buffalo Wild Wings. I also want to thank my buddies up in Nebraska, Go Edit Graphics. They provide us with software to create these dazzling edits of student athletes, programs, schedules, things like that. So shop them out and see them online, Go Edit Graphics. And then lastly, my buddies over in Houston, Stefan Johnson and the Epic team. Epic stands for Every Play I Compete. They are a new, exciting sports apparel company based out of Houston. They do football uniforms, they do 7-on-7 uniforms, and a whole host of other athletic apparel that I think is really exciting. So excited for them to be a sponsor. With all that said, let's get into our guest tonight. DJ Hicks Jr., one of the more exciting prospects in the class of 23. This young man is super talented. He's already got 28 offers. He's already been invited to the Under Armour All-American game. But DJ is class 23, D tackle, D end, and he can play every position on the line. He's at Morton Ranch High School, also out of the Katy area. 6'3", 245 pounds, a strong GPA 3.5. DJ, thanks for coming on the show. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good.
And I'm looking forward to you telling your story, man. I mean, I know that you are more than just your offers. I watched your huddle video. I know a lot of the scouts have been watching and are very impressed. But let's jump in and learn a little bit more about you personally outside of the football. The most important thing is the academics. Obviously, you know that that's going to lead to more opportunities for you during and after football. Talk about the work ethic you have when it comes to your academics.
I like to do homework after school, study. If I don't understand something, I'll probably call my teacher, ask her how to do it, or she sets a video up for me so I can watch it. So I try to work very hard in the classroom and on the field too.
Have you always been a strong student, or did a light switch come on maybe in middle school or in high school?
Well, back in elementary, I really wasn't that good. I didn't catch on to stuff very well. And when I got to middle school, my dad always told me, when you get to high school, if you don't pass, you don't play. So I just started focusing on passing more classes. So that's when it really started clicking.
Okay. Well, you're still 2 years out from college, but do you have an idea what you might want to major in when you get to college?
I probably want to either major in business or kinesiology.
I like it. I like that mix. I like that a lot. You know, for the coaches that haven't talked to you yet or offered you yet, there's been a lot of them. Most coaches want to know about their players' learning style. Tell these coaches, are you more of a physical, verbal, or visual learner?
I'm more of a visual learner. If I see it, I can get it real quick.
Okay. Is that the same in the classroom and on the football field, or do you have two different type of learning styles based on what environment you're in?
Yes, sir. It's the same thing. If I see it, I'll be able to learn it easily.
Okay, good stuff. Tell me, another thing coaches look for, we're going through this COVID-19 recruiting cycle right now, and they can't get on high school campuses, but eventually they will, probably in the fall. For a coach that's going to come see you in class at Morton Ranch, tell them where you're going to be sitting, how do you interact with your classmates, and how do you interact with your teachers?
All my teachers really like me. I'll probably be sitting in the back of the class, probably next to one of my friends, but I usually just pay attention. Then after the lesson is done, after I'm doing all my work, I'll probably talk to my friend. That's pretty much all.
Okay, I like it. Look, tell me a little bit about your family. Got a chance to talk with your dad a little bit while we're getting ready for the interview. Tell us about your parents. What do they do? Are they former athletes? And tell us how many siblings you have.
Okay, my mom, she is actually a police officer, and my stepdad is a police officer too. And my dad, he's a football coach, and my stepmom works in banking and stuff like that. So, and I got four siblings, right? My brother Karsten, my other brother Mason, and my two sisters Morgan and Kennedy.
Where do you fall? You were the oldest. You're not the baby, obviously, but where do you fall in that group?
I'm the oldest.
You are the oldest. I always ask this question to the oldest. Tell us what kind of responsibility it is to be the best big brother you can be to your siblings.
I want to show them how to just be good when they grow up and be good people. It's good. People look up to their big brother pretty much.
Yeah,
Like whatever their big brother do, they probably gonna do. So I want to be a good role model for them.
I like it. I like that a lot. It's all about family. Tell us, we know how hard you work in football and train, everything else. You play a lot of sports. When you do have free time, when homework is done and there's no workouts, what do you like to do when you have some free time to yourself?
I'll probably just play the video game. I'll go hang out with my friends. I like to stay to myself mostly though.
Okay. You mentioned video games. So you got to tell us what's some of your favorite games? What do you compete in?
Call of Duty, Madden, and some
Okay.
2K.
Okay. And then the obvious question: you giving L's? You taking L's?
I'm giving those.
Okay. Yeah, that's the proper response. Okay. Uh, DJ, I followed your social media for a while now. You understand how important that is, especially when it comes to recruiting. For a coach that maybe hasn't seen your social media, your Twitter page, tell them what kind of message are you putting out there about yourself?
uh, I'm telling them I'm a good player, good student. Just trying to be a leader on and off the field, always.
I like it. That's a great response. Kind of a personal question here. What is your favorite all-time sports movie?
Uh, It'll probably be 42 with Jackie Robinson.
Great choice. I like it. I like it. And then when it's your turn to pick what you're having for dinner, what's your favorite meal? What's your favorite food? What are you picking?
Probably just pick some Mexican food, tacos, quesadillas.
I like it. I like it. And then I don't know if you're into Marvel or Justice League, but if you could be any superhero, who would you be and why?
I would want to be probably Flash
Okay. I
because
like it.
he really fast and get
Yep.
around places real quick.
I
So
like it. Okay. Tell us, as you've got a lot of offers right now, you've been working hard, you've earned those. Tell these coaches who's going to be involved in helping you make that college decision whenever you make it.
my mom, my dad, and my coaches.
Okay. And just to give these coaches a sneak peek, you're living here in Texas. Do you want to stay in Texas? Are you open to going anywhere in the country?
Right now I don't care. Like if it's far out, I wouldn't be mad about it. If it's close to home, I wouldn't be mad about it either.
Okay, I like it. And my favorite question, what do you want your life to look like when you're done with football, whenever that is, whether it's after a 10-year career in the NFL or it's after college? What do you want your life to look like personally and professionally?
I want to become a football coach, and I want to also start a business, maybe like a sports league or something.
I like it. Okay. I like it. You got the right major for that. Tell us, there's not a time where any student athlete doesn't love playing in front of a packed house on Friday nights, but we also need to give back to our community. Tell these coaches, what are you doing to give back to those people that support you at every home game? Are you involved in your church? Are you involved in feeding the hungry, Boys and Girls Club? What do you do to give back to your community?
Actually, I'm a coach of my little brother's KYF team. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I do. I help with their team. Then sometimes I go with my friends and we just help the younger kids just get better at what they do. So
I'm sure you figured out that coaching young kids takes a lot of patience. Is
yeah,
that something you've learned with working with young ones?
yeah, yes, sir, most definitely.
Tell me, do you have a favorite quote? And if you do, who's it by? What is it and who's it by?
I have so many I can't even think of one right now.
Okay,
So
not a problem. Tell me your why. Why do you play? Why did you choose football? What is it that motivates you to be the best football player you can be, best student athlete you can be?
yeah, I chose football. I've been around football since a young age. I was born while my dad was playing at Grambling, so I've always been watching him. My grandma always says ever since I was little, only word I used to say was football, football, football. So, and my why is probably my family. I
Yeah,
want to make sure my family is good when I make it, or even if I don't make it, I want to make sure I can help other people make it or try to make it. So
yeah,
probably
that's
my
a great
family.
response. Great response. That's a great why. DJ, obviously you're 6'3", 245 right now. You're still got 2 more years of high school. I mean, I don't know how tall your mom and dad are, but what do you think your height and weight will be by the time you graduate from Morton Ranch?
Uh, Probably like 6'4", 6'5", 260.
Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, I was very impressed with your highlight video. And the thing that stands out to me about your video is that you create turnovers, and coaches love that. You create them from the D end position and D tackle. What position do you see yourself kind of locking into as you make that transition to college?
Uh, I I want to stay at DM, but I probably see myself playing defensive tackle.
Okay. All right. I can understand that. You're obviously, you've got good size, you've got great athletic ability. What others, tell these coaches, what other sports do you play? Do you play basketball? Do you compete in track? What else do you do besides football?
I played basketball. I was on varsity basketball, and I did shot put and discus.
Okay. Good stuff. I like it. And then obviously, what did you learn from last year that you're working on going into your junior year?
I learned that film is a lot. I watched a lot of film, but I want to become more mentally sound in my game. So,
That's huge. No, because film doesn't lie, and it really does help you prepare for your opponents each week and how they block and how they tip things off. So I love hearing that. You definitely understand that part. Hey, let's finish up a little bit with recruiting. Obviously, you've got the 28 offers. Tell us what that process has been like for you. Think back to a time when you had 0 offers to today, now at 28. What is it you've learned about the recruiting process?
uh, I've learned that once you get one, they all just start coming, and you can't just buy in and just stop being humble. You got to stay humble.
Yeah, no, it's a great point, DJ. I've seen over my 30 years of coaching, a lot of players work hard to get the offer, and then once they get the offers, they kind of don't work as hard. It's a
Mm.
very fine gap between staying hungry, even though you've gotten what you were getting for it. So I love that you already understand that. What would you consider your strengths and weaknesses as a player? What are you working on going into next year?
My strengths would probably be my hands and how aggressive I am. I'm working on my pass rush and getting off blocks quicker. So
Okay, love hearing that. DJ, how would your teammates describe you as a teammate?
it'll describe me as a leader, somebody that's gonna work hard in and out every day. Just a person that's gonna always help my team get better.
Okay, great response. I like that. Is there a certain college or NFL defensive lineman that you pad your game off of? If you do have one, who is that?
I watch a lot of Chase Young.
Okay.
For every game, I watch Chase Young. So
Yeah, no, he's special coming off the edge for sure. Finishing up here, tell us, you mentioned it earlier about leadership. How do you define leadership, and how do you plan on leading your team this fall?
leadership is something that you show, not like something that you can say to somebody.
Yeah,
You can say it, but you gotta really show it. You gotta show what you say. So
yeah.
that's what I think leadership is.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you get it. It's one thing to be yelling at people and things when things are going bad. It's another to just walk your talk and just say, hey, you know what? I'm not a yeller. I'm a leader by my game, or I'm a leader in the offseason. And leadership is a 24/7 job. So I'm glad you understand that. Hey, finishing up here, tell me a little bit about playing this game takes a lot of overcoming adversity. How do you deal with the highs and lows of a football game over 4 quarters?
I just do one play, then mess up one play, just leave it in the past. Try to fix it in the film room the next day. But after I mess up, you just gotta keep on moving and leave it in the past. So.
No, great response. Let's finish up. One of the things we talk about is mental toughness. How do you define mental toughness, and how big is that part of your game?
Mental toughness is a big thing because you can get knocked down a lot and you don't get back up, then you just pretty much out the game. It's no really use because you already out the game mentally. So if you're not in the game mentally, it's hard to play football. Football is a mental sport as well as physical sport.
Great, that's perfect. I love that definition. Hey, last question here. We talk about an elevator pitch in business. For the college coaches who haven't contacted you yet and haven't offered you yet, look in the camera and tell those coaches why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program.
They should recruit me because I'm gonna stay hungry. I'm always gonna want to win. Right now, they got me ranked number 5, but I'm gonna try my best to get to number 1.
I
That's why
like
they
it.
should recruit me.
Well, DJ, I'm so impressed. It's probably one of the smoothest interviews I've done in a long time, man. I'm excited for your future. Sounds like you got a great family, a great background, a great support system. I fully expect you to be successful going forward. Definitely looking forward to watch you play next year. If you have any questions or need anything from me, man, I'm a phone call or a DM away. So, man, thank you for your time and coming on the podcast. And we wish you nothing but success for you going forward.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you.
and have a good night.
All right, you too.
Thanks.